Hey campers, George here. We're in the great city of Mankato, Minnesota. Keith and I, there's a gun show going on. So Keith called and said, let's go to the gun show and see what's what. So, let's check it out. Oh.
Feel free to pick up anything open on here or hold it. And that one's really neat. It has 62 pictures of Winchester, different ones on the back of the thing. A lot of people put them in a frame because they look so cool with the Winchester.
What?
Well, that's one for somebody that has everything, a camouflage razor.
I saw that. You finding things? Of course you are. You always do.
Not an electrician knife. One that.
Oh.
Got no snap.
The pins are bent. You see how it's wider? If you look at the end of the knife, it's kind of like Look at this. Look at this thing. This looks very... What is that? That's Imperial. Didn't they do that? Oh, called it. Imperial Island. Look at that. Hobo. That's pretty cool.
You'll be in trouble. Yeah, you just unscrew it.
I don't know if I want to pay $24 for it though.
It's a sword.
What is that?
It's just how they scared it.
Contact
So this thing actually has a flashlight in it. And underneath here, you got two compartments you can store. This slides open. This is a battery compartment for the flashlight. Oh lordy, what next? What did you... Oh.
Monarch, man.
Is this a Monarch?
This is.
He's buying this from somebody on eBay. Huh. That blade is toast. Both are pity.
Oh.
Bend.
Maybe it's just
Camco. I had one the other day that I had that. This is a Camco. 3-blade jack. I kind of like this. Well, if we don't find anything else and I have money left. Langole. But I don't recognize the name. It's actually a nice one. I like this. It's got the B on it. Sabre Japan. Cable?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, peeps, here we go.
We do it on those storms.
This is what I use it for. Okay, peeps, who can tell me what this is? It says Schrade Coat Core USA. Never seen it before. There's the badge. See that? It's Schrade and it's a Copenhagen knife. Because of the Copenhagen badge. That's what it has on the thing. Yeah, look at these all. Take your pick, right?
yeah, you're nuts looking at them.
Right? Look, here's a 2-blade. Here's a 2-blade version of that. Yeah, Schrade Cope USA. Copenhagen.
Oh, advertisement for Copenhagen tobacco.
Right.
Okay.
Come on. Schrade Walden. Huh. You see, Keith can find these knives anywhere.
If you like it, you can.
I'm getting these three. What are you getting?
I got a Schrag Walden and a couple of a 2-blade and a single blade, and then that case.
Oh, you guys almost match. Now you need to buy a case too.
We got the price on that one. 50. 50? Yep.
Yeah, I can hold on to it. That's why I brought the bag. Did that?
Dog.
Yeah. Aren't they out of Germany?
Might be.
That's also made by Queen. Excuse me, good sir.
Yeah.
How much for the cable?
140. That's not a cake. That's cake. That's made by cakes, not cake.
Oh yeah, it is. I didn't see that now.
Man, there's some nice knives here.
The rifle, second rifle in the rack.
Right? I haven't heard of these guys.
Always wanted one.
Have you heard of Northfield? Northfield?
Yeah, that's not Northfield, Minnesota.
It's not. No. Oh, that's what I didn't think so. No.
Last weekend.
And there's some nice knives here. Very nice. I like this though, right?
Yeah.
They all, are they all queen?
Like that.
Oh,
I got the Frontier Scout too. Like that one.
Shatton Morgan.
Chatmore. That was the one that Queen came for.
Right.
Should be a box for that or a tube.
That was laying right up in down there.
Which one was that?
The
Oh, the got the queen symbol on it. Wow. That's a Hammer brand. Can you believe that?
Finding good ones. Fish knife.
Yeah, I saw that.
Big one. Okay, I've got.
What's that?
Hilbert, Spencer, and Bartlett Company.
The hardware store.
Yeah.
In Boston, I think.
Probably
Maybe
Miller's
Chicago.
made it.
Yeah, that's like a full, almost looks like a 4-line stamp from Camillus, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. That's a toothpick right there.
Yeah. That is a beauty. I like it. You spend lots more money.
Oh boy.
That one over that toothpick. No, the next that one. Just a toothpick.
It's got a cracked scale.
Yep, right there.
Oh,
Oh, that's early. It says Providence, Rhode Island, Imperial, you know, and Providence is spelled out.
Oh yeah.
So that's probably a 30 to 32 or something.
With the full Providence, yeah.
Yeah. I might buy them too, along with these two.
Henry says.
Like yellow jackets and those, or stingers, and those. They're not really made.
Keith's on a roll.
That's one of the oldest K-bars I've ever had.
I've got a K-bar, and on one side it says K-bar, the other side says Union Cup.
Right, yeah. That's how this one is. About an even $200. I love that pommel on that. See that pommel on this one?
Yeah.
Love that. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, that hardware store was a block square and 8 stories high. Gigantic.
Still got that.
Nice one. Hey, you got a carbine there, huh?
Yeah.
What you got? Is it 30?
30 W's.
You gotta sell it?
Yeah. Seller trade.
Hi guys, you're back again? Well, that's good. Did you buy anything? Oh, that's nice. Oh, nice,
K-bar
nice.
with Union Cutler on one side.
Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is beautiful knife. Oh,
Oh,
you found what you're looking
is that, you got that from him?
Thank you so much. You should
got
have
that
walked
one
off.
Yeah,
I
over there.
deserved it. Have a great day. That is nice. Let's see, I got a kill. What I got?
That is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful knife.
So Keith just went in there and bought all the knives and said, that's it. There's no more liars left. Let's go home. So, yeah, let's look at him. Okay. Look at this. Oh, is this the Sheffield one?
That's
Oh, okay.
LF and C.
Yeah, LF and C.
Landers, Perry,
Easier.
and Clark.
That. Man, I don't remember this show being this good last year. Was it?
I don't think you made it to the. I think you were working.
Oh, okay. Look at this. This is a nice case. Very nice. Yeah, but check this out. Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
Got a crack in the stag, but I can fix that up.
Look at that. Oh, you can fill that easy. Look at that. That's so cool. So, like I said, Keith got all the cool stuff. Back at Man Cave. Keith just dropped me off. I've got my haul. Compared to Keith, man, he scored big time. Really liked the stuff he got. Basically, when we got there, they said, yeah, you're limited to what you can video. So they said to me, keep to what you're looking at. Don't do general look arounds and things like that. So she said, preferably not the guns. And I said, we're just looking for knives. So she said, that's fine. Ask the person where you are that you can video. So we did that. And we got there and we basically started wandering together, but then I got stuck at the razors and Keith moved on and then I couldn't find him. And I remembered there was a room next door. So I wandered over there and he was there and boom, that room had two guys in there that had a bunch of knives, as you saw. And man, some really nice knives. Keith had a ball with it. You know, me being my budget is nothing like Keith. So I had to pick and choose and it was really difficult. There were some knives there that I was like, ooh, I'd like to get them, but, you know, I only had so much money and that's all I can spend. So I had to make decisions. But I think overall I scored. I spent, with the entrance fee, about $80. The entrance fee, I think, was $8 or something. So I spent $68 and got my carrier here. And I actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knives. Got there and had a look. The first one I found, I can't remember the order, but here's one that I got. And I like these guys. This is an Ulster USA knife, and it's a camper. Well, here we go again. Is this a camp knife or a scout knife? Do you know? So here it is open. We've got 4 tools. You've got the knife, can opener, awl, and the bottle opener with the screwdriver on the end. You can see on the budge there, it says Ulster. Haven't seen that before. I have a couple of Ulsters. I like them. So I knew I couldn't walk away from this guy. And to tell you the truth, I don't remember how much I paid for it. It's a nice little knife. And you can see it's got the 4 tools. So the plot thickens. Is this a Scout or is it a camp knife? Yeah, ever since I figured that out, that was horrible. Now whenever I look at a knife, I go, well, is it a Scout or a camp? Well, how do you tell? Well, according to the experts out there, a knife like this that has a blade, can opener, awl, and a bottle opener, cap lifter, whatever you want to call it, with a screwdriver, is a camp knife. Now, how do you know that? This will not be on a Scout knife. It'll have a pen knife on it. Allegedly. That's the basics of it. The reason being that a Scout knife is more of a prep knife, food prep, that sort of thing. So you have the 2 blades. You don't need an awl on your knife to food prep. So that would be a Scout. So that makes this a camp knife because it has the awl and it's designed to do more in the way of general camp chores. So useless information for you. But I really like this. It's very clean. The blade, tools, good condition and everything. Very happy with this one. Ulster Knife Co. Here is the tank stamp. Very hard to see. I'll put it up for you here, and it says Ulster Knife USA, which makes it that old. So there you go. This one, speaking of Camillus, Camillus, whatever list you want, Camillus. Here it is here. It's a pretty big, heavy knife. Excellent condition. You can see it looks almost brand new. And I believe this is the pattern 697 spike knife. Okay. Basically a mariner's knife. And you can see here it has this thing here. Okay. Now, earlier versions of this did not have this. Well, what is this? We'll get there. Here you can see you have a sheep's foot. And if you look carefully, here's the tang stamp. It says Camillus Stainless USA. Very hard to find that. I couldn't find a picture of it. But looking through all the information I found, it's about this old. And I believe it was based on the military version, although this is not issue. I don't believe it was issue. People did say that they were on the ships, but I think they were bought maybe. They weren't an issue knife. Guys bought them and brought them on the ships. And of course it has the marlin spike on it here. And you can see here, it pops in there. Extremely heavy snap on it with a huge spring, and that's the spring in there. And you can see here they even put 2 pins to hold that. So it's got a lot of strength to it, and yes, it's locked. And that's what this is. This unlocks it. You pull back on this and it allows you to pop it back in, and it snaps back in, and it's just is there. And you know, it's actually a bale, so pretty cool. And of course the sheep's foot. And you know, like I said, it's based on the military version, but it is not the issue. Good add to my Camillus collection. Very happy about this one. It wasn't cheap on my budget, but if I remember, I think I bought these 2 together. I had to pay full on this, and this I think I got for $5. So I think I paid $40. So 35 and 5. Well, what a bargain, right? The next one I got, well, was this one. I don't know if this is the order we want to see them in. And you can see it's a little tiny little knife. 2-blade jack, basically. You see it there. You've got your clip, your long California clip on it there. The blades and everything are in really good condition. It's a little unusual, and I'll show you what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. But there's the pen blade. Very nice. This is, yep, Schrade Walden. It is there. I'll put it up here. And I believe that's roughly when it came out. The handle, Jig Delrin with the badge, shield, whatever you want to call it. Very nice little knife. And it's a Schrade Walden, so pretty interesting. A little unusual. You don't find a lot of them anymore. Then I have this knife. And I see this style. Hold on a second. I've got to clean my camera. Getting any better here, are we? For some reason, I can't get rid of this. I'll duck underneath it. You see the line there? See it there? Yeah. Here we go. Anyway, back to this guy. I really like this style of knife. I don't know how to explain it. It's a very distinctive, what I would call a Navy knife. Somebody in the Navy would carry this guy. It has that look. Mariner, Navy, whatever you want to call it. I can see this being on a deck of sailing ships or a little later. I did not know this. Here is the tang stamp. It's kind of hard to see. And I'll put it up here. And what it says is, it says Schrade Cope, C-O-P, USA. I had no idea what that was about. And then I looked at the badge, and yep, it says Copenhagen. It's an advertiser, not just your regular advertiser where they'll put something on this, they etch it on the blade or anything like this. It's part of a series, and they did the whole shooting match with it. They did a whole bunch, including fixed blades for Copenhagen. And I believe they did some other guys, and I'm talking about Tudepacker people, Copenhagen. This is a single blade jack, very nice. You see it's got the clip on it there. That's it. These brass bolsters. I just like this look. When I clean these up, when I get to them, it's going to be pretty soon because I'm excited about this. And I say we because I have another one that I bought at the same time. This one, single blade, clip, single blade jack. They clean up, like I said, and they look sharp as ever. Here's the other one. Same thing, exactly the same thing, except two blades. A very long California clip. You can see it there. I'm not showing you that blade because this surprised me when I saw it. At first, when I looked at it, I thought, oh, that's a sheep's foot. Look at that. Okay. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but see that? That's different. I haven't seen that before, and you don't see that a lot. I'm not a big fan of that. I would never normally buy a knife with that style, with the serrated blade. But it's part of that series. And like I said, they did lockbacks, they did fixed blade knives, they did a whole bunch on them. Just a very cool series. So, like I said, when these clean up, beautiful knives. And I got 2 of them. So there you go. I got 5 knives. Didn't go over my budget. Woot! That's a plus. I was sorely tempted. As you saw, there were all sorts of knives there. And that one guy had a box of old timers in it. Hundreds of them. We went through them. Keith looked and we found some, and just so happened that I found these. He put them in there, old timer Schrade, put them in there. $10 each, and he gave you a deal if you bought 2, that sort of thing. So very cool. Then we went to that other guy who had all those other knives. the prices, and I'm not surprised, the prices of knives are going up. And people know that. You know, they look up knives. These guys find the knives, they bring them to the show. They know what you can buy them for on places like eBay, whatnot, whatever, and what they're going for. And they price them accordingly. And it's it's tough for a guy like me. But hey, I persist, because every now and again you score. And if you're willing to make a bargain, you might save yourself $5 here and there. So there you go. So we were done there after a while, after spending about 3 hours at those two places. We went and had lunch like we always do, as you saw. I showed you a quick look at Keith's knives, and we also looked at them very quickly when we left. And then we came home, and driving home, Keith said, do you mind stopping off at the house? I've got a couple of knives for you. You know, the guy kills me. He does this every time to me. And he gave me a couple of knives. Keith knows my choice. Here's 3 of them in the box. And yep, 2 Rough Riders. Very cool. This is the Coal Miner series. And here's this one here. I'll just show you them quickly. Sheep's foot with a pen blade. Look at this handle, swell end. I shouldn't say swell end. It's actually you can see the curve up there. I forget the name. I'll put it up here when I remember it, because I'm old. Has that shape to it. I don't own many shapes like that, the handle shape like that. But it's a Rough Rider, and I'm a Rough Rider fanboy when it comes to budget, new budget knives. So very cool. He got me that from the Coal Miner series, which I don't have any of. And in the other one, you can see the boxes there. Very cool. Right there. Yep. You got it. And here's... I've always said this. If you look at the badge here, it says, be prepared, right? And I was like, whoa, no, it's not a Scout knife. Now, I believe that this is the best knife you can buy as a work EDC. Yep, an electrician's knife. They do so many chores, not just for electricians. And this is a beaut. You can see on the blade there, they etched their Coal Miner. It's part of that series. Beautiful. I have another electrician's knife. Like I said, as a work EDC, you can't beat this pattern. They work really well. You know, as a straight lockback or something like that, or a sod buster makes for a good work knife. This adds to it with the tool. So, very cool. From the Coal Miner series, once again. Keith being very generous. Just Keith being Keith. And of course, this one here. It is a Colt. A very cool Colt. There you go. Swell end. See that? Very nice. Beautiful knife. I have a couple of Colts, not many. See the tank stamp there. And it's a 2-blade. Swell end jack, basically. Very solid. Got that nice spear point and the pen blade on it. Very nice knife. Beautiful handle. Now, when I opened it up, I saw it didn't have a badge, and Keith said, no, it does. It just fell out there, so you just need to put it back in. I'll sit it in here, hopefully not drop it and lose it. I'll just hold it there for you. It's the Colt, and it goes on there. So I even got that. So very cool. I don't want to lose that. Oh, I lied. One more. Look at that. Guess where this one's from? Look carefully. Sharp edges on it. Not sharp, but very distinctive feel to it. Very 90 degree on everything. Yep. Which makes it a Sabre, Japan. This is model number 614. You probably saw my video the other day about the single blade, I don't know what you want to call it, toothpick, Texas toothpick, or just long clip, California clip, Sabre Japan. This one, like I said, the model number is 614, which makes it a trapper. See that? So I've got the single blade and a trapper now. Very cool. He said he saw it and he said, you know what, I think I have a couple, and he looked through them and he said he had 2, so he gave me one. These are growing on me. Sabre, I think they do a good job. They made nice knives, probably from about the 60s to 70s is where it comes from. Well made, solid knives. So there you are. We went to knife hunting with Keith, always a good time. We have a good laugh driving there and back. We talk about different things, we discuss different things, and we solve the problems of the world and whatnot. So there you go. You all be safe out there, especially when you're at the shows. Don't forget to ask permission if you want to film, take pictures, you want to pick up the knife. There's etiquette. Please be aware of that. You can, nothing upsets a vendor more if you just walk up and grab a knife. Makes them nervous, because if you cut yourself, So when you walk up there, you say, and you see a knife and you say, can I look at that knife? 9 times out of the 10, they say, sure, help yourself. But he'll watch you. And he's not watching to see you put it in your pocket. He's watching it to make sure you know what you're doing with the knife and you're not going to cut yourself or somebody else. So keep that in mind. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Summer is coming. Keith talking on the way there, he said all the gun shows are going to start popping up now. And I was looking at my schedule, and hopefully we'll get out to some of them. We also plan on doing some garage sale stuff. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up for summer. Be fun. I like going out with him and looking for knives and looking at things and just hanging out with him and Michael. Michael couldn't make it because he had other plans. And so just Keith and I went. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.